a sinner, left my lover crying on the dance floor. I'm a sinner, I'm a sinner.
Welcome to another Indie Game Files, or technically, since this is a visual novel, it's a sinfully fun game, since we always do visual novels with that. So we're looking at Him, the Smile, and Bloom. It's an Atomi game, and it's a very pretty looking one at that. I've been doing a lot of Atomi games on my other channel, Sinfully Pure, so hopefully you guys will enjoy a couple more coming over here. Flowers. Wrong button. Beautiful blooms of life that sprout forth from growing plants. Their vivid colors enrich our souls as they display the tangible passing of seasons. Actually, I'm curious. What buttons does what? That does that. Okay. But they aren't just things of beauty. People have attributed a variety of emotions to the image of different flowers and have raised them with love. By the station in the certain town sits Phil Flower, a lone flower shop. In this shop, with its array of colorful blossoms, exist stories that all stem from flowers. One such story is flanked by the flower's happiness, Tweedia.
年下で一生懸命な彼と恋愛に臆病になっている彼女。誰かを信じることに傷ついた二人が本当の幸せを見つける物語。
Another tale revolves around the flower gratitude, Mimosa.
本当の恋を知らない彼と自分の心に不器用な彼女。素直になれない気持ちを抱えた二人が秘密の恋を育む物語。
Our third story follows the flower of love, Anemone? Anemone? I don't know flower names.
鈍感で臆病な彼と諦めない強い意志を持った彼女。互いに思いながらもすれ違う二人が心通じ合うまでの物語。
And the final tale concerns the flower of passion, Nandina.
恋心を降り積もらせた彼とくすぶる感情に翻弄される彼女。焦がれる熱を抱えたままの二人が憧れを現実に変えるまでの物語。
Like flashing a smile to a beautiful flower, these tales recount bittersweet days with the men who shower their beloved with affection.
花が得ぬほどの愛しい思いをあなたへ。
Well, we have the image from the front of the game. We're done. Everyone move out.
花へむ彼と
This game,
ブルーム。
I can wait. This game is like so crisp looking. It's so nice. These are tales of love and the flowers that bind them. What just happened? Okay, so I don't know what just happened, but I will be right back. I'm gonna restart because for some reason, the opening song just completely died. So that's a little odd. So let's try this again, shall we, folks? So, let's select our character now that I don't know what happened a moment ago with it going black. I don't know if it's going to show on the recording, but it was a really weird thing. So let's start in order here. First, we're going to... we'll go in order. Let's see. A client boyfriend. Two-faced prince, Romeo. Let's see. A natural class clown and everyone's little brother. Calm and quiet, straight to the point. Honest and kind older brother figure, obtuse in love. I kind of like him. But let's go in order here and see. Yes. We'll go with the actual name. So yeah, it'll be up to you guys if you want to see a full Let's Play of this. I'll be doing a lot more games like this on the main channel here. I'll be bringing some here. Let's go with Ami. Still in my memories. If you want any of the characters from the comic to have a name in the game, please let me know. People shivered in the cold, hurried past empty buildings on their way home. During New Year's, the offices are deserted, and though the solstice had already passed, I felt the nights were getting colder and longer. I guess that's how it is. Time passes by so quickly, but work never ends. While sending another email, I check my tasks for the day. Next up, confirming the printing the contract. Got the data here. And I can't view it due to an error. The properties are also strange. I wonder if Senpai is home yet. Will he notice if I call? With a glimmer of hope, I call my senpai who'd left work earlier. He gave me this task, so I have to follow his instructions. He's not picking up. Refusing to give up, I send him a text. Let's hope he replies soon, while I'm finishing up my other tasks. So I shifted my focus to another issue, but here also I found a mistake, typos and unfinished parts. All of this work was requested by the same senpai. Senpai, if you're going to give me extra work, at least review it first. My complaints echoed out into the empty office. The sound was so sparse that it brought me back to reality. I checked my phone, but there were no messages. The time displayed caught my eye. I stared at the clock, bringing fingers to my lips in worry. They were dry and chapped. I might not make it in time. I'll just come in early tomorrow and deal with it then. As the deadline approaches, I send another message to my senpai, grumbling as I prepare to leave. Another day, another last train. My name is Ami Akashi. I work for Second Spring, an interior design office. I've worked here for just over 2 years, and I'm still at the bottom of the ladder. I finally reached a point where I can take on a real project. So I took on extra tasks for training purposes to prepare for the year-end rush. It's been a little worrying getting all these tasks for my senpai, though. I know even small tasks are important, and I think it's all thanks to those tasks that I've gotten used to my job, but I decided to tidy up my desk in the name of efficiency. My eye suddenly catch the New Year's pine decoration placed at the office entrance. Like last year, the decor is stylish and cute, and the white pottery vase blends in well with the office. The Christmas tree that was up until recently was lovely, with elegant decor the color of champagne gold. One of my hobbies is admiring flowers, especially those ordered by season. Even if I keep working overtime, those flowers help me relax. Thank you, Phil Flower. The flowers in the reception area welcome visitors. By extension, they become the face of the office. They're delivered on a regular basis by Phil Flower, the flower shop in front of the station. By the way, I just want to point out, I like the fact instead of having to try to date each different guy, it seems like each guy has their own girl, which is something more unique, and I like that. When the store came to mind, so too did the guy who used to deliver flowers here. At that time, I was a newcomer, constantly overwhelmed with unfamiliar work and reception duties.
花を移動するなら窓際よりこちらの壁沿いがおすすめですね。
As I moved the flowers that were sent in, the delivery florist called out to me.
直射日光が当たると花が弱ってしまうんです。どうしてもそちらがいいですか？もしかしてデスクから受付へ行くときに邪魔なのかな？
Ah, I see. I walk to the desk often. Along the wall should be good then.
気づかずすみません。僕が持ちますよ。ここはどうでしょう。邪魔にならない範囲だと思うんですが。
Yes, right there is fine. Thank you.
もう一つの花もバランスをとって移動しましょうか。この辺りはどうですか？
No, it's fine. Sorry to take up your time.
とんでもない。帰る前に教えていただけてよかったです。ちなみに違っていたら申し訳ないのですが、
Yes, I started here last month.
そうですよね。初めてお見かけするなぁと思って。お花の管理もされるなら少し説明をしてもいいですか？
Ah, one moment. I took out my notes in a hurry. As a new employee, I still had a lot to learn. I flipped through the notepad and was already filled with scribbles. It took me a long time to find a blank page, but he kindly waited for me with a smile.
今お花が生けられている水の中には菌の増殖を抑える薬が入っているんです。なので基本的に水替えは必要ありません。もし水の濁りが気になるようなら水を取り替えてからこちらの薬剤を入れてください。裏に説明書きもありますからね。
I see. Is there anything else I should look out for?
そうだな。お花の茎がもし黒ずんでいたら変色した部分を切ってあげてください。日持ちするお花ではありますが茎が腐りやすいんです。水を変えるならその時にカットしてもいいですね。バラの方は放っておいても大丈夫。茎を切るとしても少しだけにしてください。でもお花の状態が悪くなる前に次の配送でお伺いすると思います。基本的にお手入れの必要はありませんよ。
Oh, really? That's good to know. I'm not very knowledgeable about flowers.
そんな方でも気軽に楽しんでいただけるお花をお届けしてますので。どうぞお仕事の合間にでも眺めてみてください。パソコンの仕事、目が疲れますしね。
The graduation from pretty pink orange roses to faintly autumn-colored maple and red-plumbed I'm an adult. Coxcomb? Is that a flower? It must be. It's beautiful. I'm gonna have to Google that later. I lost track of time while gazing. I'm a good girl. This rose is a wonderful color. I don't think I've ever seen it before.
ありがとうございます。カルピディウムという品種なんですよ。
Carpe diem. And what's the name of this small flower over here? Even when I asked about flowers that I recognized but didn't know the name of, he told me them with a smile.
これもバラですよ。ノイバラという種類です。
Oh, is that so? There's a lot of different kinds, huh?
ねえ。バラは品種がたくさんあるので、ぜひ見比べて楽しんでみてください。
After explaining everything with a gentle smile, the florist went back to his delivery work. I needed to get back to work too. While thinking this, I slowly blink and look at the flowers, realizing that my eyes and shoulders were tense. I was nervous about learning a new task. I wonder if he noticed. The autumn flowers added color to the office. I'm an adult. Plum coxcomb. And carpe diem rosa multiflora. It's like the autumn scenery is directly arranged in the vase. Such beautiful flowers. I think I'll enjoy viewing them in my spare time, just like he said. I changed the water, added the chemicals as you suggested. They're all blooming so beautifully without wilting at all. Thank you for your advice, I said, looking at the man who came in for the next delivery.
役に立てたのならよかった。本当だ、すごく元気ですね。水替えしたのに花のバランスも整ってるし。
Before I swapped out the water, I took a picture and tried to arrange it as close to the original as possible.
頑張ってくれたんですね。茎の切り口も綺麗だし、下葉はちゃんと取ってある。花を大切に扱ってくれているのがわかります。花屋としてすごく嬉しいです。
Ah. He looked at the flowers with great care as he spoke, and for a moment I was at a loss for words. I was surprised by how gentle his gaze was. So there is someone like this, who looks at flowers so tenderly. No, it's my pleasure. Thank you for everything. And then, with a quick bow, I heard him give a small laugh.
今後ともどうぞよろしくお願いします。
Not long after that, the delivery staff changed, so he was no longer assigned to us. I had no chance of seeing him again. That was 2 years ago, so his face is still a little blurry. I don't even know his name, but I remember his lovely smile. And the memories of that time still motivate me to this day. I can say that I made it through my rookie years thanks to his encouragement and beautiful flowers that decorated the office. Casually understanding the customer's feelings and explaining gently and clearly. If I can become that kind of person, clients should feel at ease and trusting me with a job, right? As an interior designer, I explain projects and develop them according to the needs of my clients. Because I want to be just like him. Alright, I'm busy, but I'll do my best. He's my goal. And I hope we'll meet again someday. Just as motivation overtook me, the alarm on my phone started to ring. Oh, the last train! I threw on my coat and dashed out of the office. Oh, these are going fast. The man you fancy a prince. In mid-January, during a meeting with my senpai, I was told something unexpected.
野中がしばらく休みだからさ、代わりにお前が入ってよ、この案件。チェックとフォローは俺がやるから。
Ms. Nanoka is a new employee who recently joined the company. She broke a bone during New Year's break. She's been out of the office for a while, working remotely. So I was expecting her task to be reassigned. What's this? A refurbishment project for Phil Flower?
知ってる店？
This is the shop where we regularly order flowers for delivery, isn't it? Their staff always delivers them directly.
ああ、そういえばそんなこと言ってたかも。定期で花頼んでるから店の本社からうちに依頼あったらしいよ。
I didn't know that such a project was in the works. I was surprised when I read the material. The Sakura store is being refurbished. Isn't that the store that's always delivers flowers to us? I knew Phil Flower was expanding its chain, but I didn't know that that was their first store. They wanted to refurbish the interior because the number of staff and floral materials had increased. They do have a lot of stores and staff with that many locations. There will probably be staff transfers. I thought for a moment that I might be able to meet that man, but it seems unlikely after all.
知ってる店なら話が早い。次の打ち合わせまでに提案書作ってよ。野中が途中までやってたはずだから。
Do you have a record of our last meeting or any pictures of the current store?
野中の作ったやつを適当に整えれば OK だから。いつも通りやればいいっしょ。
I wonder if Miss Nanoka took notes, but I still have to go to the site after that.
打ち合わせ来週だから急ぎでね。じゃ、よろしく。
Next week? Yes, of course. I'm taken aback by the sudden turn of events. As always, my senpai act like it was no big deal at all. Yeah, because he's not the one doing it. This is basically good luck, throwing you into the fire. But since... Look, why is it... Oh, it's on auto. I must have hit the button. The client wants to create a warm and welcoming atmosphere, showcasing their unique personality and improved traffic flow. Good, a worthwhile task. Let's do our best. I'm back!
あれ帰ったんじゃないの？
Well, I wanted to check out the current Phil Flower store. I went to as a customer and bought some flowers.
へえ、そう。じゃあ俺帰るから。
Thank you for your hard work. Yeah, he could not care less. My senpai left the office without even looking at the flowers. A bouquet of purple ranunculus and... Oh, I am so bad at flower names. Hyacinths. I think it's very nice and chic. Arranging the flowers in the vase I had bought, I placed it by the desk. When I mentioned I was decorating our office desk, the staff kindly bundled the flowers into a small arrangement. Thanks to them, I could enjoy these beautiful flower colors while at work. This may be the first time I've seen a ranunculus in this color. It was my mother's influence that made me so fond of flowers. Though if you ask me what I know about them, not much. I just enjoy cut flowers every now and then in my free time. But I should take this opportunity to learn more. My mood greatly shifted as I adopted a new attitude towards my work. Yeah, I can do this. Let's continue working on the proposal. Going to the actual place really helps form an image. The clientele is exponentially diverse, and I want to emphasize that all are welcome. The initial proposal was just a template copy, so I made it brighter and more open and showcased Phil Flower's uniqueness. This was my first flower shop assignment. I'd seen examples in my school's curriculum, but it was a different story when it came to actually doing it. I studied until my brain was fried, trying to learn everything about floral business from scratch. While the store, ambience, and product display is important, we must not forget that flowers are living things. Just like what the florist taught me, he said that direct sunlight can wilt the flowers. Paying attention to the lighting placement, I detail the flow of movement. They want to improve the flow of staff without changing much of the exterior. Since this is their wish, I must keep that in mind. While referencing the data, I tentatively placed the flower bucket and recreated a layout in 3D. I want to make something that satisfies both the customers and the staff. And that man, too. When I casually glanced to the side of my desk, I noticed the flowers I'd just placed there. I touched them lightly with the tip of my finger. They sway slightly as if laughing. Cute. I continued my work, and encouraged by the flowers, it didn't go badly at all. Thank you for your hard work. How was the data I sent you yesterday?
あれね。てかさ、いつもの発注先で扱ってない内装材はダメだって。手間ばっか増えるんだから。
That doesn't sound good.
俺のいつも使ってるテンプレあるから、それで直しとくよ。客からは評判いいし。照明もこんなめんどくさくて高い LED にする必要ある？いつものやつでいいでしょ。その予算分はいい感じのインテリアを追加で。
But this client is a florist. The reason I chose LED lights is...
直しとくからいいよ。お疲れさん。
This document alone isn't...
大丈夫だって。明日の打ち合わせよろしく。
Right. I didn't attend the initial meeting, so I hope this will do. Well, I've done all I can. I visited the Phil Flora store once again for the meeting. It feels like there are even more flowers than last time I came. It's just like spring in here. I remember being told the winter is a good season to buy cut flowers because they last longer. Maybe I'll buy one on the way home if the meeting goes well. The variety of tulips and the ornamental kale leaves dyed in pink are so cute and eye-catching. It's fun just looking at the colorful flowers from the outside of the store. As I stand there, two women walk past me chatting away.
ねえ、今日王子いるかな？私この前花選んでもらっちゃった。いいなぁ。お店入ってみる？水曜は結構いる気がするよ。
Are they customers? They're looking at Phil Flower. And what did they say? There's a prince in the flower shop?
どうした？入ろうぜ。
Ah, right.
いらっしゃいませ。
As I enter the store, I'm greeted by a staff member near the door. The woman who had helped us during our previous visit was nowhere to be seen.
どうも、デザイン事務所セカンドスプリングのものですが、打ち合わせのお約束してまして。
ああ、少々お待ちください。
After saying that, he went into the back and I looked around as I waited. As expected, it is a very nice atmosphere. There is a lot of things, but it doesn't look cluttered at all. Because it's cleaned thoroughly and the flowers are beautifully arranged. Only Phil Flower could create this kind of atmosphere. I pondered to myself, clutching at my bag. Though my senpai had rejected my proposal, I still had brought the original documents from before the changes were made. I don't want to confuse the client though. Today I'll explain using the materials that were approved by my senpai. As I sorted out my feelings, I made eye contact with some women outside. It was the two girls who were hesitating to enter earlier. Oh, they left. I thought the staff member I just talked to was the prince, but maybe not. Eventually, the staff member returned with another taller staff member who invited us further in.
ご足労いただきありがとうございます。狭いですが、奥へどうぞ。
どうも。
Thank you for taking the time to meet with us. I look forward to working with you. We exchanged light greetings and entered the backyard. I really hope we get to use ours.
そちらの方は初めましてですね。フィルフラワー桜ヶ森店ショップマネージャーの市毛北斗です。
I'm Ami Akashi from Second Spring. Nice to meet you.
こちらこそよろしくお願いします。実はもう一人打ち合わせに参加するんですが、今ちょうど指名のお客様の対応をしていて。
I see. So even florists have assigned clients.
大抵はその日店に出ているスタッフが接客しますが、あいつは特別です。うちの店の看板スタッフでもあるんですよ。
Is that the prince then?
よくご存知ですね。お客様からはそう呼ばれてるんです。
I just happened to overhear the gossip outside.
あ、前回お会いした方ですよね。モデルみたいでモテそうな感じしました。
そうですね。男女問わず好かれています。人当たりがいいし、センスもいいんですよ。その腕を内装にも活かしたいので、今回のリニューアルも彼の意見を取り入れて進めていただければと思います。
While he's speaking, I hear the sound of a door open behind me. At that moment, the smell of flowers filled the air. A strange feeling came over me. My heart was racing.
お待たせして申し訳ありません。
I look back and... he's right there. Huh? I'm at a loss for words. My eyes widen in surprise. It's the prince. No way. The person I was hoping to one day see again was standing right there holding a large bouquet. I never thought such a miracle could happen, to meet once more. When our eyes met, he gave me a soft smile. His gesture matched the memories I have of that florist.
銀、その大きなブーケどうしたんだ？
贈答用にって言われて作ってたんだけど、その間にお客様に急用の電話が入っちゃったんだ。2、3時間で戻るって言われたから、バックヤードで保管しておこうと思ってさ。
Suddenly my mind went blank.
あ、ご挨拶が遅れてすみません。前回とは別の方ですね。はじめまして、フィルフラワーの須川銀之助です。
The bouquet was so large he had to hold it in his arms. He placed it into a nearby empty flower bucket. Wait, he just said nice to meet you. Maybe he's a different person, but this atmosphere.
おい、
I'm sorry. I'm Ami Akashi from Second Spring. Nice to meet you.
なんだ、イケメンだから見とれたのか？
Senpai, that's not the issue here.
だって王子が誰か気にしてたしさ。
これがうちの店の王子です。見とれていただいても大丈夫ですよ。
はい。減りませんのでいくらでもどうぞ。冗談です。急に入ってきて驚きましたよね。
I didn't know what to say. I couldn't even think of a good reply. We've met before makes for an awkward conversation starter. Unable to do anything but force a smile, I dive straight into the meeting work. What should I do? Even if I try not to, I end up thinking about it. I admire this florist, and I've been wanting to see him again.
前回いらした野中さんは今日はいらっしゃらないんですね。
実は骨折っちゃいまして、ポキポキと。なので代わりに彼女が入ったわけです。
へえ、そうなんですね。
No, I need to forget about that for now. I have to focus on my work. Well then, let's begin. I present the document and explain each one. Even though my senpai had rewritten most of the documents, the rest was still my job. So I tried to speak as politely and clearly as possible.
これが今回のリニューアル用の資料で本当に合ってます？
When he finished looking over the material, his expression suddenly changed. Huh?
残念ですが、前回のお打ち合わせで相談させていただいた内容が全く反映されてないように思いました。
銀、ちょっと。
資料を作成いただく際に少しでも花屋の下調べしました。この照明にこの配置で本当に最良だと思いますか？
He is our man 100%. I couldn't say anything. Then next to me, my senpai was also struggling to respond.
それは。
動線の改善もお願いしてたのに、これじゃますます悪化してますよね。特にこれ。なんでここに作業台を置こうと思ったんです？
I wasn't the only one surprised by his harsh tone. We were shocked and confused. It looked like Mr. Ichi was also flustered.
店内で水を扱わない店ならいいのかもしれませんけど、テンプレ資料そのままって感じ。これで仕事取れるんなら楽ですよね。
He knows. Seeing the documents being rejected so coldly makes my hands tremble, and I couldn't help but notice his face and voice. When I saw his smile earlier, I thought for sure it was him, but his expression right now is like a completely different person. But at the same time, there's a part of me that thinks he's right. Under the desk, I tightly gripped the documents that were rejected by senpai. I apologize.
いえ、こちらこそ、ぶしつけな言葉で失礼いたしました。今のは、なんというか、もう一案、お願いしたいというか。
そもそも前回の打ち合わせでも、ろくにメモも取らず適当に聞いてたでしょ。やっぱ話聞いてなかったんだなーって今思ったよ。僕、壁紙の色は変えたいって言ったのにさ。これ、今の店舗の色と同じでしょ。その上この照明。これじゃ花の色が飛んじゃう。わざわざリニューアルする意味がないよ。何を考えて資料を作ったのか全く理解できない。
銀、さすがにそれは。
Next to me, my senpai sat in silence, face pale. He was probably thinking the same thing as me. Since it's come to this, I wouldn't be surprised if they cancel their request entirely. What should I do? You know what you should do, girl. We're going for it. Screw our senpai. He always leaves us with all the work. This won't do. I should follow up at least a little. I'm very sorry. We deeply apologize for betraying the trust you placed in our company. Regarding the wallpaper material, we have additional ones here. Could you please check them? I take out the interior materials from the file I'm holding and present them. These three colors have a soft and warm hue. Since it's made of a water-repellent material, it's suitable for use around water.
サンプルはないの？
Yes, here it is. Please consider it. Thank goodness I got to show him the sample. Knowing that there's still a chance to recover, I pull myself together. Yeah, let's outdo our senpai. Allow me to clarify the placement of the workbench you mentioned. The reason for the substantial move from the current location is to create a space for the dried flowers. With the refurbishment, you were planning to add more fresh flower vases, weren't you?
そうだよ。
Well, what if we put dried flowers mainly on the walls and ceilings and had the fresh flowers boundary clearly defined?
でもこれじゃお客さんから作業台が丸見えだよ。作業しているところはなるべく隠したい。
How about this? If we move this over here and use this folding screen. I show him a drawing on a diagram, but his expression remains clouded.
言いたいことはわかるけど、これじゃ全体図が見えてこない。今説明した意図と資料が食い違っているよね。
That's correct. My apologies. We'll prepare and send the corrected documents as soon as possible.
さっき言っていつ？
We'll send it to you tomorrow.
それは今言った箇所を直すだけなら、でしょ。まだまだ直すところはあるから。
He said, laughing quietly. It was as if he could see right through me, like he knew I was desperate to regain his trust. The smile was so prince-like, now it's just like a malicious grin. After that, Mr. Sugawa repeated his harsh criticism, with Mr. Ichi's earnest follow-ups in between. Over and over again, the same events repeated, and the documents became completely black with writing.
では、今日はこの辺りにしましょうか。
When the meeting ended, Senpai and I were completely exhausted. Of course, we couldn't let it show on our faces. The florist I admired, he's totally a different person than I remember. It was 2 years ago. I might be mistaken, and it could be someone else. No, I want to believe it's someone else. Being scolded so harshly, I ended up thinking that. I wanted to keep him as a beautiful memory. Maybe I'm just being naive. But anyway, work is work. The fact is, I couldn't propose what the client wanted. We rise from our chairs, exchange closing greetings, and bow deeply once more.
この度は大変申し訳ございませんでした。
We're terribly sorry. Then, different from before, a calm and earnest voice came into my ears.
あんたたちのデザインと同じで、花は僕らの商売道具なんだよ。大切に扱ってくれているかどうかはすぐにわかる。会社同士の付き合いとか関係ない。次に適当な提案を持ってきたら、別の事務所に依頼するからそのつもりで。時間はかかってもいいから、フィルフラワーの新しい店を考えてきてください。おね。
His words are more than enough to convey his feelings. Uh-oh.
頑張ってくれたんですね。茎の切り口も綺麗だし、下葉はちゃんと取ってある。花を大切に扱ってくれているのがわかります。花屋としてすごく嬉しいです。
We should have just shown the entire other one. I knew it was him. Flowers are important. That's why I must become both gentle and strict for the sake of the flowers. And the person I admire. So, that's where we're going to leave this little review. If you guys would like to see more and go into chapter 3, please let me know in the comments section. And if there's a game you'd like to see me demo, please let me know. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Please check all the links in the description. I'm currently demonetized, so all of your support helps. Thank you.